Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Friday morning. Got a great show lined up. We'll get started with our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin Road and Highway 77. Come by, check out all the programs they have there. It's going to get back in the 90s today, but what's neat is it's going to be cool all the way down to 75 degrees. So we did have a little bit of cool air. Water temperature remains at 84 degrees. We're in good shape there. Let's take a look at our river readings. Our river, the Apalachicola, Bluntstown, looking on the screen there, is right at a reading a 2.5 this morning, and it's going to be level all weekend. So you want to fish a big river, it's going to be not really smooth water. It won't be dropping or rising. Now the Choctahatchee, look at this, what's going on today. I mean, it just bounced up there, and that's that rain they had up in South Alabama. You know, they don't have any dams on that Choctahatchee River to speak of, and it just bounced up there. It's reading a 6.6, but it's going to start dropping out around noon today and be dropping on out tonight and tomorrow morning, so it's going to be in great shape there. Take a look at a tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Those folks are located right here on 23rd Street, and their motto is "When Carrying Counts." We're in those neap tides. We talked about this yesterday. In fact, 3 days worth of neap tides, and today's the middle day. Not a lot of tidal flow. Got about a 0.2 foot range, so we got about 4 little highs and lows. Our marine forecast, the wind's going to be coming out of south-southwest at about 5 to 10. So really going to be a great day to be on the water. Now, it's not going to be moving a lot, but it's going to be a great day to be on the water. Okay, okay, that's all we're going to do for this segment. We're going to come back with our special guest. Welcome back, and welcome to a familiar face, Craig Alberth.
Good morning.
All right, Divers Den, and I'm going to be honest, we have a confession to make. Really, his wife, Stacy, was supposed to show up this morning, but what happened?
You know, Winston, it's a little too early for her.
So I made this joke now. It's a joke, but instead of the beauty, I got the beast. So, but anyway, and we have Courtney off screen. I can't get Courtney's daughter to come on, so it's just going to be you and I.
That's it.
All right, listen, we got some, first of all, this is the state of diving. How's it been going this summer? How's y'all?
It's good. Water's
good?
Clear, plenty of fish.
You know, I've noticed, several people, I've noticed it myself, there's been some really clear water this year.
It has. Even the bay's clearing up, finally.
You know, if you remember this time last year, we were talking about all that rain. Remember how muddy it was this time last year?
Horrible last year, this time of the year.
That's funny how, you know, year to year, you just never know.
Yeah, that's right.
And you got a couple of big grouper, I think.
Yeah, but it was a big grouper this week, Tuesday, off of stage 2.
That's amazing. You wouldn't think a big grouper would be hanging around there.
Yeah, as many hooks has been thrown at him, and he's hanging out there on stage 2.
Yeah, that's amazing. But what's coming up, we've got next week is Ocean Week worldwide. And we're going to do some little stuff around Panama City, which I appreciate the efforts of different people, and Stacy's part of it, and the captain. So tell us a little bit about Ocean Week.
Ocean Week come about because it's the 50th anniversary of the Man in the Sea.
Okay.
Of the Sea Lab.
Okay.
The Sea Lab was deployed 11 days underwater. So they decided to have Ocean Week, and we got a whole week's full of festivities going on.
Okay. And we're going to culminate it next Saturday. We're going to have like a festival and your annual diving tournament. We're going to talk about diving tournament later, but right here on the screen we see Wednesday and Thursday they're doing some stuff on. And you can go to grandlagoon.org to figure it out. But Friday and Saturday, they have some stuff. And right here, July 25th and 26th, all next week. But the Ocean Fest is going to be a fish fest. And Divers Den will be having a 3rd annual line fishing tournament. So, but it's going to be like a week-long celebration, right? And
right. And there's a week-long celebration, different things done at different locations around the Grand Lagoon, with it ending on Saturday, with a lot of stuff happening at the Captain Anderson's Marina on Saturday.
Okay, and Stacy and I were talking, and we're going to try to work it out. We're talking this week. I'm going to try to get out there Saturday for a little while and have my book out there too. And and I'll be autographing some books, but all kind of stuff. I think they're going to have a place for the kids to pull a net or something, or a little net in the lagoon or something.
Well, I think they're going to do that on the Captain Anderson 3. They're going to do their sea safari where they go out to the island and drag their net, and they get all the stuff up and put it in the aquarium, and they go over what it all is. I think Buster's is having a fishing clinic Go teach people how to rig their poles, kids how to do their poles, and then they'll actually fish there at the marina.
Ain't gonna teach them how to tie a knot.
I ain't gonna teach them how to tie knots.
And that kids can tie a knot real easy. I don't know if they ever get it out, but they can tie a knot.
Then they're gonna have the crab races. They'll have the fighting chairs. We put 2 chairs. Let you try to see who can pull the hardest.
We did this. I don't know, last year before I was out there and had a festival, and we got in those chairs. I watched people for the first time. It's very realistic. You're actually sitting in the chair, and they can get the tension on it. And if you've never done that, it gives you a great idea of the force of those big fish.
Yeah, you know, and it was that when they come up with that idea, it was for kids, but it's turned into more of an adult thing.
I saw some adults. That's what I kept saying. You know, y'all move and let the kids go. These two guys are fighting. You know, that's always funny. But all kind of activities be going on out there, and it'd be sort of around the parking lot area and back on the backside.
Right behind Captain Anderson's and right there in front of the marina.
They'll have some tents set up.
They will have some tents. I think Conrad from Boatyard will be out there. He will be cooking lionfish.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, free samples of lionfish.
I make me a lionfish sandwich.
There you go.
I'll guarantee you before long you're going to start seeing this, grouper sandwiches people love.
Yeah.
I really think, when you and I were talking last year about the prevalence of the lionfish, someone's going to come up with a real fancy lionfish sandwich.
They are. They're getting so plentiful. It won't be long before they'll be everywhere.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and talk more about this big lionfish tournament coming on too, along with the festival. So we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So here with Clay Galbraith from Divers Den, talking about the big festivities coming up next weekend now. But first, let's look at our fish and game forecast today, brought to us by Mark Coward of Edgewater Beach Realty on the screen there. Mark's number is 832-6000. Our 2 times, if you're looking at 6:03 a.m. to 8:03, that's this morning, and then tonight at 6:29, 8:29. Good time to go, 6:30 to 8:30 basically. So be aware of that and get an opportunity to get outside and do some big festivities. Now, you mentioned Guy Harvey is going to have a trailer there, and they next week. So.
Guy is sponsoring an event. He will have his big trailer there with a bunch of stuff on display.
You know, I admire him for the amount of work he does. I know he's made a lot of money off shirts and all, but he's poured a lot of money back into research and conservation. And, and I really, a lot of people make that kind of money and never look back, but I've always admired what he's done.
And he's involved heavily in the lionfish thing. He's
he
going
knows,
about a different route. He's looking at making it a viable food source. He's actually actively seeking out the fish to try to make them a targeted fish for food.
Yeah, and that's great. And now we have this poster here on the actual tournament itself. This is sort of a culmination of the whole week, the Lion Tamer Dive Tournament. So interesting how you're going to do the prizes. Now you have 9. You have largest black snapper, large gag grouper. You can see the different ones on the categories there, different categories. But you have a unique way of what's going to happen now. Tell us about how you're going to determine the winners.
Well, the lionfish, you'll get a prize for the most lionfish, the smallest, and the largest. Then you'll have your other 3 fish, your snapper, your 2 groupers.
Okay.
Well, you get to take all of your lionfish and apply them to one fish of your choice. So all your lionfish, if you have 100 lionfish, they count 1 pound each. So you add those 100 lionfish to your snapper, you just gained your snapper 100 pounds. It'll be a lottery style how we weigh in. So everybody will be weigh in at the same time. You draw a number, determine what order you go in. So it's kind of fair when you start doing them.
That's interesting right there. That really is.
Well, it's all about getting the lionfish. That way your lionfish become more important or as important as anything else you got.
So you can have the largest lionfish, the smallest, and then those will all be, and the most. And then also would add it onto a snapper or group or whatever.
That's right. And all your lionfish have to go on a single fish.
Yeah.
You can't split your lionfish up. You have to put them all. You have to pick a fish and put all of them on one fish.
That's going to be interesting. I'm going to be out there, folks, and I'm going to certainly film some of this, and we're going to talk more about it during the course next week. Just want you to go and put it on your calendar. It's going to be all day long, but the culmination, the weigh-in will be around 4 o'clock. Will be the
I think you have to be at the tent at 4 o'clock to do the draw and the weigh-in.
All right, now what's your particular job yourself? You're going to be the dive master? You're going to be the
well,
weigh-in?
I think I am going to be doing the weigh-in this year.
Okay.
So I don't get to go fish this year.
Now what's Stacy going to be doing?
We don't really know.
She'll be behind.
At 4 o'clock, she'll be there, though. I'm sure she'll show up for that one.
She'll be behind the scenes telling everybody what they need to be doing, I bet.
Yes.
And we'll get it done. So we're going to try to talk more about this and all later, but fascinating. But let's get back to diving and what's going on underwater this summer. You've been seeing a lot of big grouper in different places. Yeah,
well, it's been a little different. You know, with the regulations the way they've been this year, a lot of boats are staying inside that 9 mile.
Yeah.
So it's funny to go out to see all the boats holding that close to shore. But there are still a lot of fish. Mm-hmm. The snappers are picked over pretty good, but there's still some decent sized gags still swimming around.
That was my next question. You know, from the beginning of the season, we had a lot of snapper out there, but have you seen the population go down a little bit? Or
populations went down. There's still tons of snapper, but they're all small.
Okay.
The big ones are they've been caught up.
Yeah. Now you think they've been caught or speared or a combination?
They left.
They left.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, but it looks like a good crop coming in for next year.
Yeah, there's still lots of snapper out there.
Tell me about the flounder. What's going on with the flounder?
They're starting to show up sporadically, but they really haven't started piling up anywhere. We're quite regularly getting them on some of the sites. Even the new voodoos they put out, the airplanes, flounder are showing up there already.
Already.
Mm-hmm.
So you've dived over there already at voodoos, and that's already attracting the fish, isn't it?
Yeah, there was already some debris just out behind it. So it's kind of an area that had some debris.
Okay.
The Bay County Reef Association's done it, and they've done a good job of it. The planes are very close together. They have a concrete reef module between them.
Okay.
It's a nice dive.
Well, I don't know if we mentioned this. This also benefited Bay County Reef Association.
Yeah, the whole Ocean Week and the Lionfish Tournament is all benefiting the Man in the Sea Museum and the Bay County Artificial Reef Association.
What I foresee in the future, Mexico Beach Artificial Reef Association, they've been way ahead. They've been doing stuff for years. And now Bay County's sort of just getting started, but I can see everything sort of tying in together.
Yeah.
Just sort of coming together on that.
And that's what they're trying to do. They're going to try to duplicate what they have, and I mean their system works.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with what they've done at Mexico Beach, and I'm so tickled that we're doing something here now.
Yeah.
Boats been running good?
Yeah. We have plenty of trips.
Okay.
Boats are going out every day, multiple times on some days.
And lessons, people still sign up for lessons?
Yes.
It's a good time of the year
we
to
keep waiting on you. We keep holding you a spot. But,
I know it. Just as soon as I get a spare day, I'm going to show up out there.
See, if you were certified, you'd be in the lionfish tournament.
I know. I would like to do that. How deep do we have to go for lionfish?
You find them everywhere. I mean, they found them in the bay now. They find them everywhere.
They are finding them in the bay?
Yes, but you're finding most of them at around the 100-foot mark.
Okay.
And places that are not hit regularly. The dive sites we go to a lot, as soon as one shows up, they get it.
Okay.
So you got to get it kind of off the beaten path. We went out a few weeks ago and got 40 in one day.
Wow.
Three dives, got 40 on public numbers, 2 bridge spans and a little reef, and we got 40.
I had an experienced diver send me a picture this week and all. He was just amazed, and he had amazed how many lionfish are out there.
It's amazing to me how fast they reproduce and take over the reefs.
Yeah, that is something. All right, well, folks, we're going to talk more about it during the week and all, but we've got to move on now. We're going to sign up. Remember, you can sign up for this drawing any time of the year, and we're going to be giving away some tickets to some concert series coming up, some Jazz Fest and all that later on. But right now, you remember, did you ever get a draw from me? I'm going to let you draw.
I get the draw?
Yeah. You get a draw. I'm going to let you first. It's a Tarpon Dock Seafood giveaway. The first one is going to be a $20 gift certificate for Tarpon Dock Seafood. Just draw any name out there. All right, and the winner is Barry Miller. Barry Miller. I know he'll be tickled. I know his wife will be really tickled. Now, this is going to be for Big Red Snapper, Tarpon Dock Seafood, a big sponsor. Denver Dolphin, 2 guys that have not won before. Barry Miller, $20, and Denver Dolphin for the Red Snapper. So enter this anytime. Clay, thank you for coming on, buddy.
Well, you're welcome.
Tell Stacy we missed her.
We'll tell her.
She'll come on next time. So we'll talk more about this, but support this. It'll be a good thing to do next Saturday. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday and all during the next week, okay? We're going to take our final break, and I'll be back with a famous Friday fishing forecast. All right, welcome back, and welcome to our famous Friday fishing forecast brought to us by Tarpon Dock Seafood. Good folks down there. If you can't catch them, go buy them. And they got a big choice down there. good fresh seafood, and I know almost everybody works down there. They work hard, and they provide us some good fresh seafood. I'll start off at Mexico Beach. Captain Mitch Coleman, who's going to be on the show next week, is so faithful in sending us a good report every week from Mexico Beach. So going to zoom in on it, and here's what Mitch sent us this time. His outfit is Florida Days Adventures, name of his boat, and the water temperature is 84 degrees down there, same we have right here, and the water is very clear, he states. Surf fishing is good for pompano and whiting on green fish bites. Remember, I was fishing with those back during the springtime, catching a lot of pompano. And he said, especially in a dredge hole on the west side. Now, I don't know if I can pull this. I'm going to tell you exactly, here we like to tell people exactly where to fish here on Panhandle Outdoors. We have no secrets. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what he's talking about. Okay, see the canal coming out right there, and see right here, I'm going to actually point it out to you. You can look right here. The canal's coming out here, and see this hole right here? Folks, that is an excellent hole to fish in. What those pompano will do, and they'll do this along the beach anywhere. They'll cruise up and down here, and they'll be feeding, and then they're getting this hole right here. Actually, I've seen them. They'll sort of go around in a circle sometimes. He's around in a circle, searching the edges. So you get on these rocks right here, and you have good luck. Of course, here's the pier to fish off of, but you can park right here and walk out here. It's all public access, and a good situation there. Also, Mitch reported that king mackerel bite is excellent, very good on the buoys and the near shore artificial structure. Now what he uses is live blue runners, and trolled on a also uses Spanish sardines flatline, and the grouper bite has started slow. Some been caught about 180 foot. Now it's interesting what he said about the grouper bite, because if you remember, I talked to Blair Morgan on the phone yesterday, fishing out of Cape San Blas. And he's an excellent grouper fisherman, and he said the same thing about the grouper bite being slow. So that's several captains saying the same thing on a grouper bite. So right now we're just going to wait and see. But the buoy line out here at Mexico Beach is really strong. Kings are really good there. Now let's move right next door to St. Joe Bay. And while I was mentioning Blair, I'll go ahead and echo what he said yesterday. Basically, moving on, let's get on down here. I know you want to know about scallops, and I have not gone this week. Remember, so I had the same report from the week before, or July 4th weekend and all. They're still small, folks, and you saw the report that we got from the Florida Wildlife Research Institute. The population is a little bit higher. They haven't given me a number, but you saw the chart. It's a little bit higher than it was last year. But here in St. Andrew Bay, we bottomed out on the population. But anyway, if you are going to go scalloping, okay, again, I would point out these three places here, these three islands, Pig Island, Blacks Island, Conch Island, and this area right in here. This is where you're going to find a lot of scallops. They're getting picked over pretty good now. See, the tourists can park right here and then walk out here and walk out here. And they really don't know any better when it comes to the size. So they think, if they get them small, and they think that's what they're supposed to be. It's not they're doing anything intentionally wrong. So we just need to educate them, let them grow another couple of weeks and come back down here and visit us in a couple more weeks and go out there. But the scallops are small right now. I keep saying that, and people call and ask me, and that's what I have to say about it. Also, Blair talked about the surf bite. Again, the same thing on a pompano on the surf. Here, I'm going to show you the spots to go if you want to go fishing. This is fascinating. Remember, they moved the lighthouse. I know that's been in the news all week about the lighthouse was located right here. And my grandson asked me a very important question. Why did they move it? Because I've taken them over there and we fished over there by it. It's simple. The erosion is so bad on that point. Now, this point right here, this is at one of I had experts tell me this is the highest eroded area in the state of Florida, okay? And it is amazing how much erosion has occurred just in the last couple of years, and it was about to wash it away. So that's why they moved it. Plus, they can, more people will see it there and all. So I hated they had to move it, but they kept sitting it back. They set it back like 3 or 4 different times over the past 20-something years, and they just can't. The military got tired of moving it back. So, and it was not functional as a lighthouse. It's just a structure sitting there. So that's what happened on that. Anyway, let's get back to fishing. The surf fishing is really good. Now this is closed off. You cannot go down this road anymore and fish. But what you can do off the rocks right here, a lot of people are parking right here. Okay, that's where those big rocks are. Parking right here, walking here, and surf fishing right out here. This same erosion here is carving out a deep hole. It's fascinating how this deep hole is getting. And the shark fishermen also catching some sharks here. So if you can get on those rocks and fish, go ahead. But it's a little risky too if it's rough and all. Okay, let's quickly come here to Panama City. We haven't covered Panama City yet. East Bay. I've got some good reports coming out of East Bay on the speckled trout. A nice speckled trout being caught all along East Bay. Right here at the bridge, the Tyndall Bridge. Have had some kayak fishermen continue to catch big bull reds right here. They put the kayaks in right here, paddled out on both sides of the bridge, paddled out. The speckled trout bite has been right in here off this point right here. Nice speckled trout, and another here in Sandy Creek. Okay, let's go over to West Bay. West Bay. I won't go to North Bay. I live up on North Bay, so I can give you a good report on North Bay. Really good afternoon fishing. All along here, these docks down in here, all up through here. The speckled trout have not been really big, but they've been really active, especially, we've had some rain during the week, and that rain comes in, hits the water, and cools it off. And those trout, I just love to get out and fish off the dock, and just those trout will come up there, and they'll bump it and knock it around, and just have a great time doing that. And if you catch them, I just release them and all this, and I'm going to eat them maybe the next day. But the speckled trout bite on top water has been really good. Redfish. The redfish bite has been a little bit slow. It's been sort of like the grouper. Redfish and grouper have been slow. West Bay, under the bridge in West Bay, okay? The speckled trout bite, okay, right here, under the bridge in West Bay. Speckled trout bite, you've seen the pictures of people catching some nice fish right here. You don't need a boat or anything, just go fish under the bridge and all. Surf fishing, you saw Melissa Diana Buckwalter send me some nice pictures of catching some pompano on the west end of the beach. The June grass has been bad for surf fishing, but she managed to catch some nice whiting and some nice pompano. You remember seeing the pictures this week. Let's see, one of the things, let's see what else I want to cover. I didn't get a good report. I have not been able to get some good reports at all from Choctawhatchee Bay. So if anybody knows anyone over there who wants to send us some reports, we would appreciate it, because I've got some great viewers over there at Santa Rosa Beach and over toward Niceville that watch the show. But I just don't have much information to give you. But I am guessing the mud is really good, and dock fishing around Freeport still got to be good. Got to get out here. Y'all have a great weekend. Do something good for someone else, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.